So we have a fast show, frenzied show, and we're going to start off leading off with a very good friend of mine, a guy I went to high school with. He was the ultimate junior college athlete, played 1 year of high school football, went on to Phoenix College, was just an amazing player, athlete, went to the U of A. Yeah, he was a Wildcat. And then spent 4 years in the NFL, played for the Redskins. He was a safety. Daryl Morrison. Reverend Morrison, are you there?
I'm here, Vincent, and to all your listeners, we practiced social distance from you when we were in high school, so I'm accustomed to
It's old hat for you guys.
Come on,
no
Rev.
problem at all.
You know, you and I were, man, we were boys. We hung out.
We hung out.
That's
we
right.
did. And,
See?
Even before the call, you asked me what was my favorite Beatles song, and I told you, man, I don't know anything about the Beatles, so if you ask me about Run DMC, I'm ready. But we'll just save that for another show.
It's tricky, right?
Yes.
It is. It's very tricky.
So we decided, we're a sports show. I know that you listen to us every week.
Of course.
Yeah. And so we're a sports show, but obviously there's nothing really sporty to talk about right now in terms of current sporting events. But we decided to change things up. We're turning the show over to our listeners today, all three of you, and so we wanted you to lead off the show. You're the pastor. You're the lead pastor at Valley Gate Church here in Tempe, off of where is it? Southern.
It's Southern and Priest.
Southern and Priest. We're going to do a remote from there sometime.
All right,
James.
sounds good.
And so we wanted you to lead off the show with some words of wisdom. I know you got a lot going on today, Rev, and you're a busy guy, but you're so giving with your time, and we appreciate you. And you haven't changed since high school. In fact, we're going to get together sometime. You, me, just like the boys, like in the old days. You, me, Manuel, Mike Beal, Aaron, all of us get together, you know?
Yeah. Well, last time we got together, me being a pastor, your dad tried to get me drunk. So, we have to, your dad can't show up. But other than that.
There you go. Well, he wanted to loosen you up a little bit. You were a little
Papa
nervous.
D never disappoints.
Yeah.
He did.
All right.
Well, no.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys, and I won't be on long. Obviously, perspective is something that we definitely have to have in this situation, and I think all of us on this line, and probably those who are listening, we've never experienced anything like this. We've heard about different viruses and diseases that have kind of plagued different places or regions, but this is global. And it continues to spread. And with that, because there's a lot of uncertainty and unknown, all of us find ourselves really trying to figure out and process the meaning of this, the significance of it from a global and a personal standpoint. Many of us find ourselves locked in our homes, and with that, what do? We have the opportunity to troll social media, and we can look at the TV, and so much information is coming at us, and it's a lot of gloom. At least for me. And so it produces fear. Even a man of faith, it produces fear because uncertainty allows you to go in any direction. And I know for me personally, my natural proclivity is to go a little bit towards the gloom. And so I've really had to wrestle with this, and I would encourage you all as well. But one of the things that I've tried to do is to try to find hope. What is the silver lining in this, at least for me personally, or where can I find a sense of fortitude? What will be my anchor so that I don't allow myself to drift away in the midst of this trying and difficult time? And so what I've found is that in the midst of all that we go through, ultimately the thing that we dwell on will be the thing that we rest in. And so we have to make sure in these moments as we receive information, we have to find something that will counter that. And the only thing that I can find is my hope, my trust, and my faith in God, that there has to be something bigger than this virus. There has to be wisdom that cannot just be given by intellect, but wisdom that comes from something far greater than what we can do, that can help us do the things that are necessary. It comes with obedience as well. Some of us don't feel like this is something that we need to be concerned with. And even if we do, let's be careful and considerate of those who are concerned. And so we do have to practice this social distancing. We do have to make sure that we're in compliance with everything that our government and our leader tells us to do. And mainly because this is not just about us, but it can start with us or it can end with us. And so what I want to encourage everybody with is just this, a passage in Scripture. It says this: the man who dwells in the secret place of the Most High, talking about God, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, will find a covering under the Almighty. And then it says this, I will say of God that he is my fortress, he is my refuge, and he is the God in whom I trust. And so as all of these things are swirling around, I have to find a hiding place. And the only hiding place that I can find in the midst of everything that's going on is a place that will cover me. And the only covering that I can see in the midst of this blind enemy that seems to just come upon people is I have to find it in God, hoping that he will bring me security, he will cover me, he will cover our families, and he will protect us. And so I want to encourage you all, let's continue to live our lives, let's find hope, but in the midst of this, let's be compliant, let's do the things that are necessary, and wherever you need to go to find your trust and your hope in something greater than you, do that, because it can at least keep you when you find yourself drifting away. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for just letting me share.
Thank you, Rev. We appreciate
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Have a great day, and we look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.
it. Pastor Daryl Morrison,
Absolutely.
class of '89, Camelback Spartans, and male athlete of the year, I think, out of
Wow.
Camelback.
Yeah. You didn't vote for me for our prom
Oh,
team, but other than that,
burn.
we'll get that. We'll fix that next time.
All right, Rev. We'll
Appreciate
talk
you
soon.
guys. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Take care.
All right.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
All right, joining us on the line is Coach Ron Sowers, training better athletes.